Welcome back. The history of coal mines is rich in the Tennessee Valley, especially in southeast Tennessee.
Now the ghosts of what happened years ago at those mines are coming back to haunt us. News Channel 9's Catherine Marchand joins us now with the details. Catherine, what issues are we talking about?
Calvin, Latricia, there are several problems that are associated with abandoned mine sites, one of them being no one really knows how many are actually out there.
Surface mines. They may not be what you picture when you think of a coal mine. No narrow tunnels or dark shafts. Nothing runs deep except the possible dangers.
There's no life in it. There's no snails. There's no algae of any sort. When there's no life, that would indicate to me that there might be a poison or a problem with that.
The government cracked down on the environmental impacts of coal mining in 1977. Today, mining companies can't just abandon mines, as one apparently did here.
What you're looking at is a strip mine from many years ago, 40 years ago.
Wanda Hodge and Patrick Morales are involved with the activist group Statewide Organization for Community Empowerment, or SOCM. Their main concern with the mines, the impact on the water quality. They found the color of this stream in Sequatchie County particularly alarming. It's just down the hill from the abandoned coal mine.
When I see this, I know this isn't healthy, and I know that the animals are affected by it. I know that the trees are affected by it. I know that if I'm hiking or backpacking and I'm in need of water, this is not a water source that I could use.
Are those fears justified? There's one way to find out.
We picked up these bottles from a water testing facility to get samples of the runoff.
We took the sample we collected to technical laboratories in Chattanooga. 9 days and $114 later, the results. Elevated levels of iron, almost 20 times higher than it should be.
The iron is a typical problem with the coal mining.
Lewis Kane has been in the water analysis business for 50 years. He said in this case, the discoloration is likely caused by iron bacteria, microorganisms that feed on the metal.
The iron-forming bacteria has a tendency to multiply and consume the oxygen in the water, so that would be detrimental to the aquatic life.
Some of the damage of abandoned mines can be restored with a process known as reclamation. However, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation told me only 70 sites in our area have been reclaimed out of more than 250. That's about 2,400 acres of unreclaimed mine lands.
There may be many more sites that have not yet been identified because some of these operations that were working in the 60s and 70s just came and went, got their coal and were gone before anybody ever knew they were there, you know.
TDEC says the estimated total cost of the state's remaining projects is $11 million. Federal funding is available for cleanup efforts, billions of dollars in an abandoned mine land fund, but it's federal funding, which means it's slow moving and bound by a lot of red tape. Morales and Hodge say the money is desperately needed, and they'll keep pushing until all the mine lands in Tennessee are safe.
If there's anything we can do to correct the damage that's been done in the past, let's do it. If there's anything that we can do to make sure that this damage doesn't happen in the future, let's do it.
In terms of the water we tested, the iron isn't a threat to humans, but it can destroy property. And if you were to drink it, it would have a very metallic taste. Calvin?
Thanks, Catherine. TDEC says the average cost of reclamation is about $11,000 an acre. Tennessee was allotted $2.8 million from the Abandoned Mine Land Fund this year.
Bill Cosby appears in court.
Find out whether a judge decided to send his sexual assault case to trial. Coming up after the break.
A judge decided to go ahead with the sexual assault case against Bill Cosby. Cosby's attorneys failed at delaying today's preliminary hearing. 3 witnesses took the stand, all law enforcement officers. The judge ruled there is sufficient evidence to go to trial in the 2004 case involving Andrea Constand. The former Temple University coach claims Cosby drugged and raped her.
As thousands of people continue to crawl through security lines at airports, the head of the of TSA security is out of a job. Kelly Hogan is no longer in the position despite a show of support from a top TSA administrator more than a week ago. Congress will give TSA $34 million to pay overtime and hire almost 800 more screeners by June 15.
The race for the White House continues as Hillary Clinton came out swinging during a speech in Detroit. The Democratic presidential candidate went after Donald Trump on everything from his immigration stance to his business record. Clinton says Trump will bankrupt the country, but Trump is taking shots of his own. The presumptive Republican nominee is airing smear ads, bringing up Bill Clinton's accusations of sexual misconduct when he